this is really where everything begins. This is just the beginning. I'm so encouraged and so grateful that the government is engaged and is committed to pushing for change. But this is a time where we have to convert words into action. That's ultimately why I created Mission 44, because perhaps very similar to some of you, I've come through a normal working class family. I've gone through the normal schooling, education, and ultimately it failed me, and I was expelled and kind of cast aside. And I see that still 25 years later, it's still happening. The Prime Minister and we had a Zoom call, which you can imagine I was super nervous to have the call with you, because it's like, what has he got to fill the decisions he's got to be making that day? And so I'm taking so much of your time. So
no, it's really good.
Grateful for you taking the time today. And we've got a lot of work to do, but as I said, this is the beginning.
My brother had a different story to tell. He really struggled at school and had difficulties learning. He didn't have learning difficulties as such, he just couldn't learn particularly well. And then in his time it was a question of just pushing to one side effectively and treat him as someone who had never really learned. And he struggled a lot in his life as a result of that. So you might think someone who sits here as Prime Minister has got no idea what it's like to struggle at school, but I know from my own brother what it was like and how much resilience and personal courage he had to have. I think it's so important that we're having this session now, because I will take away from this what you say around the table, and I will take away from the work that Lewis and others are doing the importance of your discussions, whether it's in the advisory board or whether it's elsewhere, so that we have got you in our mind's eye when we make decisions about what we're going to do.
It still impacts me.
Yeah.
It drives my passion to support some of the work that Mission 44 is doing, especially with the Nothing Happens in Isolation campaign, and really driving forward that these are young people's lives.